Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K Collector. Do not quit your day job, no matter what. This is a PSA to all of those who have a YouTube channel, or if you are aspiring to become a YouTuber, or perhaps you're hoping to be able to build a livelihood through YouTube. There is a sickening trend of YouTube channels getting hacked. And unfortunately, one of the largest YouTubers in the retro gaming space has recently been hacked. Retro Rick put out a video not too long ago, pretty much saying how his Retro Rick YouTube channel, a channel that I've watched and many others have watched, was recently hacked. And at first, his channel was converted over into what seemed like a Bitcoin channel. And I think now at this point, the channel is completely gone. Let me just say this. When you're a small YouTube channel, like me, I'm not even at 2,000 subscribers yet. The income that you get from YouTube, AdSense and things like that is really nominal, right? So, and even if I was at 10,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers, I still wouldn't quit my day job because just things that are digital are just so fickle. It's one of the big reasons why I never really got into Bitcoin, because I'm a big believer in things that I can see, that I can touch, that I can feel. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I still collect physical video games even up to this day. Just because whenever something's presented to you in a digital format, there's just no guarantee that you'll always have it, right? At some point, someone can shut down a server, someone can hack into a system, and you wake up one day and it's all gone. I really, really feel bad for Retro Rick, and my prayers go out to him and his family, because losing a gaming channel of his size is the equivalent of losing your job. And it's not like losing your job, because when you lose your job, you can go out and apply for unemployment. When you lose a gaming channel that has been a large revenue stream for you, and by large, I mean, even if that channel is producing $50,000, $60,000 a year, that's someone's salary. That's a salary. Now, thankfully, he has maximized the channel that he had, and he was able to parlay it into other business ventures. And I think he now has a retro game store that is another business that he's, using. On top of that, he was smart enough to start a secondary channel. So at least while the main channel is kind of out of commission, he can still get some revenue from his secondary channel. But nothing compares to a channel that you've built for years and years and years, and a channel that has so much content that probably even without him putting out another video, he's still able to get probably some considerable monthly income from his main channel. And I really feel for him, man. Seriously, my heart goes out, because again, when you lose a channel that has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, a channel that may have been potentially pulling in $3, $4, $5,000 per month, that is the equivalent of losing a high-paying job. And the difference is, when you lose a high-paying job, you get severance. In this case, you get no severance. Retro Rick cannot go out now and apply for unemployment because he no longer has a YouTube channel. It is seriously just gone. It's like Thanos came with the Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity snapped his channel away. And it's really unfair. It's really unfortunate. I feel for the dude. But I think on one of his more recent videos on his secondary channel, he has put up some instructions on how you can go support, on how you can, kind of help him, I guess, in his efforts to either regain his channel or perhaps even, increase the subscriber count on his current channel. So, if you are a retro collector, if you are a fan of gaming content, retro gaming content, just retro content at all, take a swing by his secondary channel and pay him a visit. Perhaps you might want to subscribe. I don't know Retro Rick from a hole in the wall. He didn't ask me to do this PSA, but I just hate to see things like that happen to somebody like that, man. No matter how you feel about him, no matter how you feel about, him personally, just, again, you never want to see someone get robbed. And that's essentially what happened to this dude. He just got robbed of something that was generating considerable cash flow. And yeah, man, it's just a bummer. It's really just a bummer. And so, my advice, again, like to any one of you, and I may do this as well, even though, again, I'm not nearly as big as him, have a backup channel, have a secondary channel for yourself. If you are thinking about getting into the retro gaming space, have something in your back pocket, have multiple streams of income, and even if you have a 9-to-5 job, today, have a side hustle and work on building that side hustle up to where it's producing the same amount of money as your main job, if not more. 2024 is a year of multiple revenue streams. It's the year of being smart. It's about being shrewd. It's about making sure that you can keep yourself and your family whole, that you're able to provide for yourself and that you're able to provide for your family no matter what happens. Because whenever, I've lost a job in the past, I've been fired before, so I know what it feels like to immediately have your livelihood pulled right out from underneath you. He seems like a pretty resilient guy, so I'm sure in some way or another he'll be able to bounce back from this. But he even said it himself. He said it himself. He's like, I can't imagine starting over. He's put so much blood, sweat, tears, sweat equity into that channel that the thought of having to try and recreate that is almost impossible. Especially when you consider that a lot of those videos were centered around, him driving to different places, doing different pickups, all the different stores that he went to, all the different experiences, the people that he's met, the gaming conventions. Like, a lot of the content that is put out on a game hunting channel or on a retro channel, it's hard to really recreate that. It's not like he just has episodes sitting on a flash drive that he can just go and, put out. Maybe he does, but even if he does, it's not going to feel as authentic as, him going out, originally and having those experiences the first time, and us experiencing them with him for the first time, because some of those videos were more relatable when they came out, especially the videos that probably came out during the time of the pandemic or a little bit afterwards. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I just wanted to throw out this PSA. Again, if you're a supporter of Retro Rick, I think the dude has good content. He definitely brings a lot of nostalgia for me, especially when he comes out with a lot of his content from the 80s and 90s. Definitely swing by his channel, show him some support, give him subscribe to his channel. And if he does happen to see this video, man, I feel for you, bro. It sucks. And I know in a lot of ways it feels like getting fired. It feels like losing your job, and you can't, like I said, you can't get any kind of unemployment. So hopefully he's able to bounce back from this. Hopefully he's able to at least recover his channel. And if not, hopefully his supporters will go and follow his secondary channel. But that's all I got for you today. It's the Y2K Collector, man. Take it easy.